COGTA Minister Velenkosini Hlabisa has revealed that over 49,000 Spaza shops and food handling businesses nationwide have applied for registration on the government's database. However, only 19,000 of these applications have been approved so far. Speaking during a briefing in Pretoria today, Hlabisa urged business owners not to wait until the 11th hour to apply, especially since the government has extended the registration deadline to the 28th of February next year. Newzroom Africa's Veronica Makhoali has more.
Well, government has extended its registration process for all Spaza shops and food handling facilities in order to make sure that all small business owners have an opportunity to participate in the local economy. But of course, during this briefing, the Minister for COGTA did, of course, mention the fact and conceded that it has been quite a mammoth task for the government as well as municipalities to ensure that all Spaza shops are registered, of course, given the President's directive in ensuring and clamping down on the issue of foodborne illnesses and the numerous number of heartbreaking cases we've seen of children dying after allegedly eating some of this contaminated food. I am, of course, joined by the Minister of COGTA. Thank you so much for your time, Minister Hlabisa. I think just talk to us about the consensus of coming to this point as a government. You said that you were in talks with the President and had to discuss whether or not to extend this. What were some of the issues as you were discussing this?
Now, a need for an immediate intervention was necessary. And the 21 days, we can all agree, we saw the numbers not escalating as they were doing, and want to continue ensuring that when the schools open and during the festive season, any Spaza shop that is operating will be under close scrutiny. When the schools open, Spaza shops will be targeted, those around school, that they comply. The government had no intention of destroying the township, village, and rural economy and want to close down the Spaza shops. It wanted Spaza shops to be formalized so that it can be done complying to regulations, both at a municipal space and in terms of health regulations. We are very pleased. There has been a very good response in terms of numbers, as we indicated that more than 9,000 are fully registered, complying. The next step now is going to be the verification. Visit these small business centers, and once the municipalities are confirmed that they meet the requirement, the next stage is to give them licenses. They can, after getting licenses, apply for financial assistance from the $500 million the government put aside to improve this economy in terms of places where they operate. Looking at the response and understanding that this is not to kill the small business people, but to formalize them, having engaged the President and seeing that even yesterday, a number of people were still queuing to apply. We came into an agreement with the President that the President allows an extension, which we have announced as 28 February 2025, to which we call people must not relax and say, oh, we still have 2 months. And then they will start on the 27th and say they want an extension. People must use this opportunity now.
And Minister, you spoke there about the fact that so far we've seen over 9,000 applications being approved. I want to look at some of the breakdown in the provinces. If you look at Gauteng, about 2,600 applications. One would expect more. What does this indicate in terms of the fact that we know that there's a large number of Spaza shops, but we're only seeing about 2,600 applications being done in this period so far?
It can mean two things. The first one, as we all know, most, or if not the majority of Spaza shops throughout South Africa, not in Gauteng alone, are run by foreign nationals. Definitely, those Spaza shops will not apply because the foreign nationals who are running these Spaza shops do not qualify to run business in South Africa. As I said, if you are a foreign national, you must have received a business visa that allows you to come and run business in South Africa. you must have demonstrated that you have 5 million rand to invest in South Africa. You comply with SARS, Banking Acts, and Residential Acts. I doubt there will be any. So now, the majority of Spaza shops and food handling outlets that are operating will not come forth to apply because they know people who are running them do not qualify. And the message is clear. Fronting will not work. A South African will not register a Spaza shop or a food handling outlet and then allow a foreign national to run it. It's not going to work.
Well, thank you very much for your time there. COGTA Minister Hlabisa really speaking about the fact that it needs to be a streamless operation when it comes to next year, waiting and telling Spaza shop owners, do not wait for the 11th hour to register. Use this opportunity of the extended deadline to make sure, of course, that your Spaza shop and business is opened and registered. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Veronica Makhoali in Pretoria.